Most people don't fully grasp the logic behind Bitcoin's price increase. But the good news is, constantly monitor the crypto market for any opportunities that would help you invest further, and we are here today to give you some updates on what's up with Bitcoin. But before we go on, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and bell button if you'd like to see more of our content as we move along. But besides that, let's jump right into it. When one considers the current status of financial institutions in the United States and around the world, the dramatic rise in the value of Bitcoin is nothing less than extraordinary. The latest rise of Bitcoin is probably the most remarkable, given the near pandemonium that happened over the weekend as a result of allegations that their circle had crashed held in SVB. Several people thought that 3 billion, their stablecoin USTC, could have been vulnerable to a deep hugging event, which would have been bad for the DeFi ecosystem in general. Soon after it was declared that the government would effectively back up all depositor funds, the markets began an upward trend. The current trend is in this direction. The massive bank rescue orchestrated by Joe Biden has led to a surge in the value of Bitcoin. For Silicon Valley Bank and other failing US banks, the US government is providing emergency funding. The USDC is attempting to regain its status as a world power after having it taken away. The USDC's controlling circuit company used Silicon Valley Bank as its financial institution. As a result of Vice President Biden's assurance that the $3.3 billion held by SVB would be made available, the price of Bitcoin has increased. Because of this change, customers who previously had deposited at certain financial institutions can relax. The global trend of governments intervening to save failing banks have been positive for the price of Bitcoin. Credit Suisse, a far larger bank than SVB, was bailed out by the Swiss National Bank to the tune of $54 billion, setting its stock prices soaring once more. For these reasons, Bitcoin will benefit from Credit Suisse's $50 billion fundraising arrangement. To begin with, it helps the markets stay stable. It keeps everyone in the markets in a good attitude. And secondly, it demonstrates how naive and ineffective global monetary and banking systems are. Alternatively stated, central banks have been producing more fake money to prop up the house of cards. Fake currency can be produced indefinitely. Bitcoin and Ether, among others, are possible because of this. Ethereum's decision to announce a date of the Shanghai hard fork upgrade has caused a rise in the price of Ether as well. The Ethereum Shanghai update is scheduled for release on April 12th. Many people are looking forward to this, since it will allow them to cash out their staked ETH if they have been helping to validate the network. There's a chance that the upgrade will make the market price of Ethereum, so April 12 is indeed a crucial day for ETH investors. So, what are some of the advantages that will result from having an improved version of Ethereum Shanghai? The most significant advancement is, of course, the fact that it will make it feasible for users to unstake their ETH from this very moment forward and throughout eternity. This will be the case forever. The upgrade to Ethereum also incorporates a number of other changes that are recommended to be implemented to Ethereum Virtual Engine or EVM. The object format, which is a software component that is present in all blockchains that are compatible with the EVM, will be the target of the first update, which will be made to that component. The software component gives the network the ability to perform decentralized programming, and it also opens the way for future sharding, which should improve Ethereum's scalability and speed up the processing of transactions. Both of these benefits should be realized in the near future. It is anticipated that rollups will not be fully developed until the year 2023, the year in which they will eventually reach their complete maturity. In addition to the 4844, which increased the amount of space that is available, Ethereum will also have their training wheels on the rollup, which are responsible for a substantial percentage of the weakness that exists. This gets us to a point at which the majority of the charting is finished, at which the ROBs become clearly incompetent, at which full date begins. As for us, we believe that once the modifications have been made, these are the first points where we will feel it safe to further invest, but we'll let the future decide for this one. Meanwhile, we prioritize ensuring that the theoretical environment is maintained. The bull was expected to have 500 million users, but ended up with 500 billion. Prior to the bull's arrival, 500 million users were milking the system. It's probably the next thing, the evolution from where we're at now. AZRM as this kind of very theoretical ecosystem that is still discovering and finding itself to Ethereum as an ecosystem that actually tries to be useful and usable and secure and actually provide value for hundreds of millions of people. On the other hand, with everything going on with Bitcoin, Ethereum, banks, and the world in general, another reason Bitcoin is pumping is because Binance, the world's leading exchange, suddenly added support for trading Bitcoin. And now, let us clarify this one. When Binance announced in November that it was creating a recovery fund to aid the cryptocurrency industry in its recovery, the news was met with widespread enthusiasm. The company has hit a milestone of $1 billion in their native stablecoin and is actively converting the remainder into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. As a result of a lawsuit filed by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission last month, Paxos, the owner of BUSD and the issuer of the instrument, has declared it will cease USD minting and discontinue its association with Binance. The Securities and Exchange Commission has filed a complaint against the company, claiming that it has broken regulations meant to safeguard investors. The remaining $1 billion is being put into several cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, and others. This is essential as widespread market pressure is driving up prices. It is an intriguing truth, for sure. To make things clearer, the current increase can be attributed in part to reports of an impending exchange to more widely used cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Accordingly, they will be selling 1 billion US dollars and putting the money they made from the sale into digital currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few others. Because of the size of this sum and the current lack of liquidity in the cryptocurrency markets, there will be significant buying pressure. Now, whether or not they have begun making these purchases is uncertain, but a market spike of about $1 billion was caused by these news alone. Picture transferring $980 million through a bank before it opens on Monday. Because of this, Bitcoin will continue to thrive. The result will be the continued failure or restructuring of financial institutions. Reports abound about how Facebook and Instagram's decision to drop their NFT ambitions will not affect the popularity. Many people have mentioned this happening to them. The Pokemon Company, creators of one of the most recognizable brands in the world, may soon make a splash in the metaverse. To what end are we repeating this? It has recently come to light that the Pokemon Company, the corporation responsible for developing the Pokemon brand, has opened a job opportunity that requires experience and knowledge in fields such as blockchain. This suggests that the company is getting ready to take action with respect to the entry of the Pokemon franchise into the metaverse. Possessing a familiarity with Web3 and the metaverse, as well as connections with possible investors, is required for this role. Bitcoin's value is being propped up by a lagging signal. The Money Talks on CNBC's Jim Cramer recently said that he's selling his Bitcoin into this surge. He's one of the same people who, a month before the Silicon Valley Bank went bankrupt, invested money in it. This person possesses a large vocabulary and an even larger mouth. Although the almost 40% increase in SVB's value this year may seem like a lot, one could argue that it is a drop in the bucket given the current state of the economy. As reported by the New York Times, SVB Financial Group has been the industry's top performer thus far in 2018. This is how we ought to view these stocks, which are currently selling at a discount. There's more of a buffer zone now. But other than that, we'd like to know your thoughts on what you think is in store for Binance, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Do you think things are doing good so far for them? Or do you have a far better investing and crypto news in mind that you'd like to share with our fellow viewers? Let us know your ideas in the comment section below. But besides that, we thank you so much for watching. This is Data Dash, and if you enjoyed watching this video, then go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and bell button to stay updated for more of our crypto news, tips, and uploads for you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.